Welcome to Kupa TV. My name is Yuri Castillo, and today we're going to be showing you some great designs with our new Gelfinity line. Today we have a very special guest, Di Naja. Please say hi to the camera.
Hi Yuri, I'm so excited to be here with you. I've followed your nail career, I love your nail art, and you always do such fabulous shapes. So I'm hoping to see some techniques on shapes.
We are going to see that today, and thank you very much. Please tell us a little bit more about your career.
Well, I've had such a wonderful career. Presently, I am the nail star on a reality show called LA Hair. So it's a crazy show, but we do a lot of really great hair and nails in Hollywood.
That's really nice.
Yes, and I also am really proud of a new business I just started called VBP International. And basically, it's a business boot camp for all beauty professionals. So we teach them how to make money, make consistent money, and really achieve their goals within the beauty industry.
That's excellent. Well, thank you very much for being our guest today and for being our great model. So we're gonna get to it. Today we're gonna show you a very high fashion, elegant, a little avant-garde look, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. So let's get started. We're gonna start with our basic preparation system. We're gonna use a cuticle pusher, and we're gonna position our cuticle pusher flat to the nail and push back the cuticle. Once we have removed all of that, we're gonna come in and use a soft file. We're gonna use the Shaper File 180 grit, or something softer would be better. We're gonna start with our first step, and we're gonna apply Peace to the entire nail plate.
Oh, what is that?
This is a nail prep. It was a pH balance so that you can dehydrate the nail. That way our enhancements will adhere properly. Our second step will be applying a acid-free primer called Love. We're gonna do one coat and one coat. It's all you need.
I like that, peace and love.
And then we have our cuticle at the end, and we call it Harmony. So it's peace, love, and harmony.
That's good because it really protects the natural nail.
Correct. To create the nail that we're doing, we're going to be doing the edge nail. For that, we need to remove the form completely from the backing paper, tear it apart. We're going to use this little part in the middle, and we're going to put it right in the back, make sure it's completely centered, and then we're going to bring our form back to the backing paper. To create the edge nail, you have to make sure that you fold it right in the middle. You have a little black line with numbers. Make sure you follow that guide and pinch it completely until it has created a very nice edge. After we did this, we need to fold it one more time. It doesn't have to be the exact same length of the natural nail.
So anyone that was good at making paper airplanes should be good at making this form.
Yes, it's like origami.
Yeah, it's a...
You just have to make sure you create 3 edges so that it will keep the form of the edge nail.
This is probably one of the most important steps because however the form is folded is where your gel is going to fall.
Correct. And we're not done. We're going to get our shear scissors. Before you remove it from the backing paper, you're going to create a little cut in the middle.
Oh, why do you do that?
That way, once you apply the form, it will go a little bit up instead of going down. After we remove the form, we're gonna tap in the tip, close the tip, open the back, then you go underneath the form, and you see that little cut that we did?
I see how it comes to a point.
Yes, comes to a point, and then we close the entire form. Now we have prepared our form to do the edge now. And if you see it from the side, it comes out a little bit more up from the nail. You can see that it comes out completely straight instead of going down. And now the next product that we're going to be applying, it will be a clear builder gel. Now we're going to pick up the product. We're going to get about a medium bead of gel. We're going to apply it right in the apex where the form and the natural nail plate meet. we're gonna make sure we fill all the gaps, and then we're gonna pull the excess product towards the free edge. With the same product that you have in your brush, do a fine coat on the entire nail plate. And then we cure in the lamp for 10 seconds. After this 10 seconds have passed, this is our time to pinch the nail, and we're gonna use our twisters and we're gonna put it in the lamp for 60 seconds. After we have pinched the nail, we are going to add the second product from the Gelfinity line. We're gonna pick up a big bead of color pink. We're gonna separate it from the gel, and we're gonna bring it into the apex, to the highest point. And to create the smile line, it will be a shape of a V.
So you're doing a shape of a V right now?
Yes. And since it's a very exaggerated nail bed, you have to pull it at least double the size of the natural nail plate. And we're going to do it in 2 steps. First, we're going to do a thin layer to create the shape, and then we're going to come in with a second layer to add a little bit more of height. Is that how you call it?
So yeah, to add a little bit more height.
Yeah.
On the second level.
Yes. Before you cure it in, you want to make sure that you clean the smile line with the same brush that you're using. Just clean the brush. And then you cure inside the lamp for 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
No.
10 seconds.
So it's similar to like polishing nails. Like the first layer doesn't have to look perfect.
No. Now with the second bead, same place, and then we're gonna thin it towards the cuticle area.
I really like how you hold the brush. It seems like you have way more control using the tip and the front of the brush rather than the whole thing when you're holding it flat.
It's easier to use just the tip of the hairs of the brush. That way you don't pull all the gel. You just want to make sure you move it around and still try to leave a smooth surface. And then you cure for 10 seconds. The next step will be cleaning the nail, the entire nail, removing the sticky residue. And now we're gonna come in with our shaper file. We're gonna use the 100 grit side, and we are going to reshape the smile line.
So actually it looks like I have a beautiful long nail bed is what you just created that illusion.
Yes. Make sure you put pressure on the other side of the finger while you file the smile line. Remove the dust. And now we're going to apply the glitter effects. To apply the glitters, I'm going to be using my clear builder gel. I'm going to apply a thin layer again. I'm going to pick up some glitter and I'm going to apply it into the builder gel that I already applied. Clean my brush and then dip into the other glitter. I'm not following an order, I'm just trying to cap the entire free edge with different shades of glitter. And on the smile line, I'm going to apply mostly the gold since it's a solid color.
I like this little detail here of the gold.
That
And
way
it kind of highlights the smile, like my
Correct.
natural nail that, that you so nicely created with an illusion.
And I'll wait here in the lamp for 10 seconds. Once it has been cured, we're gonna come in with the clear builder gel again.
So what do you think is the hardest part of creating this type of edge nail? Since this is one of my favorite shapes, so I'm glad you're doing it on me.
The hardest part will be the shaping. You have to get down the angles of shaping the nail.
So are you able to actually shape it with a file afterwards, or you kind of have to sculpt it close to perfect as possible?
If you apply a lot of product, you are able to shape it still down to the edge now, but you always want to make sure that you practice enough till you get the shape almost as if it was the actual nail already.
Okay.
Make sure you keep a high point on the actual edge of the nail. That way you don't lose the edge and you don't have to file down too much. That's why we call it the edge nail, because it has an edge on the top. Once the nail has been completely cured, remove the sticky layer from the top, and now we can remove the form.
Do you have any tips on how to remove the form, or you could just get in there and peel
Because
it
it's
off?
completely dry, it will remove easily. Make sure you clean the underneath too. But if it wasn't cured, you will see the nail coming off completely.
Right.
So once it's cured, any product on top of the form, it's very easy to remove. I'm going to use the 100 grit side, and we're going to come in on the lateral sides. Okay, now I'm going to be using the fine K-bit with our Money Pro password. And I'm going to be using a medium speed. To bevel down the edge. When filing the size of the top, we want to make sure that we file completely straight, and then we tilt the nail, and now we file the other side.
Yeah, because this is a very tricky part. I feel if you're gonna do what you normally do and kind of file straight towards you, you're gonna mess up your edge. You kind of have to avoid that edge, right?
In this case, you want to make sure that you never touch the edge. Once you file in one side flat and then on the other side flat, it will meet in the middle. Now I'm going to be using the safety bit.
So why are you changing bits? Why should I use this one?
Because using a safety bit, as it says, we need to use a safety bit around the cuticle area. That way we make sure that we don't cut the client. If you don't have a lot of experience using the electric file.
Okay, so you use the safety bit around the cuticle area and the other one to actually shape the edge.
Yes. Now I'm going to be using the 100 grit, and the same method that we used with the electric file. We're going to follow those same steps.
It's very tricky. You do the shape so beautifully. Every time you get close to the center, I get nervous. I'm like, don't touch it. Because it really is only one side and then the other side when it comes to the edge nail.
The last step for shaping, we're going to use the soft side of the shaper buffer, the 180, the buffer side, and then we're going to buff the entire surface of the nail. I'm going to use again the Definity cleanser and finish the nail, removing all the dust from on top and underneath. The next tool that I'm going to be using is just a regular nail art tape. I'm gonna use the hand file to cut the tape on the edge so that when I put it on the other side, it will meet perfectly in the middle.
So I imagine you have to be very gentle when you're filing there, right? Just to remove the tape so that you don't affect the edge.
Yes, and you wanna file in the opposite way. Relax your hand. See?
I do. Get excited. I'm sorry. I should know better. And why are you painting it sideways like that rather than traditional polishing it?
I'm trying to create a thin layer of paint so it doesn't go inside, that I don't think it's gonna go inside.
Well, that's a good tip because I've done a couple photo shoots where I use tape and I just slathered the polish all over it thinking that it would be great, but you're right. Then what happened is the polish got underneath the tape and it didn't create any kind of thin, crisp lines.
The last step will be apply the UV Foria. It's a top coat sealer that doesn't need any wiping after it's cured. I'm gonna come in and apply one coat.
So the polish doesn't necessarily have to be completely dry before applying that?
It has to be
It
completely
does.
dry.
Okay.
Cap your edges. And now we cure in the lamp for 1 minute. If it's LED, it's 1 minute. If it's UV, you cure for 2 minutes. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys like this design. These nails are etched. I hope you like them, Naja. What do you think?
I mean, I love them. They're definitely fashion forward, elegant, and then they do have an edgy design because, you know, of the shape. It's an edge, so it's beautiful. And I love how you built out my own natural nail bed to make it look like, to appear that it's longer. I think it's beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for being our model today. If you guys have any questions regarding any of the products we used today, please make sure to check out our website at kupainc.com. Or if you guys have any questions, please make sure to email us at technicaladvice@kupainc.com.
Smooth, quiet, and powerful, the all-new ManiPro Passport Portable Electric Nail File from Kupa Incorporated. Contemporary design and amazing colors. Powerful, lightweight, and comfortable. The handpiece is less than 1 inch in diameter but produces up to 30,000 RPMs of vibration-free power. The Passport makes a great traveling companion. For more information or to find a distributor in your area, contact us at 800-994-5872 or check us out on the web at kupainc.com.